Hello, this is Adam from Adam's Gear. I'm just going to do a quick overview and review today of the new Suunto Traverse. So this is a brand new watch coming out from Suunto. It's been out now. I think public launch of this was on the 1st of October of 2015. So it's been out now for, it hit the shops end of October. So it's been out for a couple of months now. Really popular watch. It's the first watch that Suunto have produced with GPS that really aims itself specifically at the outdoor market. So that's not the performance enthusiast. That's not the guy that wants to know sort of specific training metrics. It's for Joe Blogs who wants to go walking, cycling, camping, canoeing, and just keep track of what's going on. You can run with it. It's got multi-sport features for that to a point. You can swim with it. You can cycle with it. It will pair to heart rate through Bluetooth Smart, and it will pair to your phone, but it won't pair to anything else. So it's a slightly limited in its software. The exciting story with the Traverse, though, is that its hardware is seriously updated. So if you've seen the Ambit 3, you're used to the Ambit series watches. We still have full GPS mode here. We still have full Bluetooth Smart, but we have brand new hardware. So the antenna's gone off the front. That's kind of the biggest story with this watch. The big antenna that sticks out, that's now disappeared. The antenna is sunk inside the bezel. It's a stainless steel bezel on here. The antenna now is a GPS and GLONASS, so taps into Russian GPS, Russian satellite, rather than just relying on the American GPS. End users have found on reviews that I can find that GLONASS is kicking in and is more handy when GPS signal drops in gullies or where there's cover. So it is actually a usable feature that it's able to automatically flip over to those GLONASS Russian satellites instead. The body is resin. We have a stainless steel buckle. We have a full silicone strap with this kind of texturing you can see on here. There are 4 colorways in this watch. There is black with stainless steel silver bezel, white with stainless steel silver bezel, the amber, which is a full graphite bezel and body with an orange amber strap, and then full graphite, which is actually exactly the same as this watch, just has a graphite strap. All the straps are interchangeable. This is the first time that Suunto has moved away from the bolted pin and has gone to a normal sprung pin. You can just about see that in there. So you just pop a little tool in there, crack that back, and you can take the strap out. You can then run the strap from the brand new Vector that's coming out in a couple of weeks to make the watch a little bit more stable and not wiggle around quite so much on your wrist. You can also run any of the straps from the Core Premium, the Core Crush, and the Essential range. So you can run premium Italian leather straps, polyurethane straps, silicone straps, canvas straps, whatever you like. It's a 24mm width. It's pretty standard. There's about 40 straps that Suunto do that will fit onto this watch, and they're all available through the Suunto.com website. That's a little view of the back there. So that's Traverse. We're running at 100 meters water resistant on this watch. It's actually carrying the highest toughness rating issued by the Finnish military, although it's not a sapphire crystal screen. Weight drops it as well to about 89 grams, so it's one of the lighter watches that Suunto have produced, certainly with full GPS. So we're tough, we're light, we're a bit more comfortable. We don't have the antenna. We've got faster GPS and also now GLONASS pickup. Vibrate is in this watch too, so the push notification that we get from Bluetooth Smart through the smartphone makes a bit more sense. Doesn't just beep or not do anything, just show up on the screen, which you're probably going to miss. It will actually vibrate, so that's a great feature to have. It also vibrates through button presses if you want, so you can be a bit more in touch with the watch. I'm finding it's useful for that. Battery module on this watch is the same as the Ambit 3 Sport and Run. It's 100 hours. Suunto state it as being 100 hour in the 1 minute GPS ping, which is the least accurate GPS ping, obviously, but gives the best battery life. Actual testing has shown that we're getting something more like 135 to 140 hours, so it's doing a lot better. It's a more efficient module in there. It's doing a lot better than the old watches. Still not quite as good as the Peak, obviously, which is the thicker, heavier, more expensive watch, outdoor and performance watch, which does 200 hours, so real industry leading stats there. Still, Garmin does 50 hours. Any Garmin does about 50 hours tops, so the fact that this bad boy can do, even at worst, 100 is not an issue. 135, 140 hours in GPS mode is fantastic, and that's really handy for ultras, for Ironmans, or training for those kind of events, for doing multi-day expeditions or activities where charging up isn't possible. It makes that really handy. Obviously stainless steel pushes on there as well, all anodized up. So yeah, a really nice looking watch, very comfortable. It's a very wear all day watch. It's not too thick. Like I said, it's quite light, so it's very user friendly. Going into the functionality of the watch now, the big premise with this is user-friendly. There's an awful lot on those peaks and those verticals and the sports that Suunto do that really most users find that they probably won't use. So here we have a watch which is slimmed down for what most people would use. Just to run through some of the features. Obviously we've got time, we've got date, we've got battery life. If I cycle through the bottom, I've got sunset up and down. Sorry, sunrise, sunset. I've got seconds. I've got my meters, which is based off of the barometric pressure sensor in the back of this watch. I've got barometric trend over the last 6 hours, 3 and 3. I've got my step counter for the day. I've not been wearing this one, so step counter's built in. That's quite a nice feature. And then back to the battery level and percentage. Like I mentioned, barometric pressure sensor on the back. So hardware-wise, this really is the most advanced watch that Suunto have produced so far. Being such a compact package, but having that barometric pressure sensor as well as Bluetooth as well as GPS. So we're getting fusality, so we're getting more accurate GPS positioning, we're getting more accurate altitude, we're getting the barometric pressure trend for weather, we're getting a storm alarm and weather warning on there. So that barometric sensor really gives us a lot back. Going through the main menu here, that's your barometer. So that's the pressure we're at right now. A 3D digital compass. And I've only got those 3 screens set up on there right now. When you go into display via the shortcut on the top right, you can add countdown timer, stopwatch. You can have the step counter as a screen on there. So if I hit that, that now comes up. See, there's an extra dot added at the bottom, and that now comes up as one of my main menus. If I cycle through, there you go. I get my steps and my calorie count at the bottom. That's a nice feature that you only get with the Traverse. As it's kind of a wear all day, use all day watch, as to be honest all the Suuntos are, but more particularly with this watch. So if I go back up here into displays, you can add and take away these displays, like I said, countdown timer, compass, barometer, stopwatch, etc. There's always a back button with the Suunto, so top left brings you back out, so you can go into any menu and come back out again. One last nice little feature is you press the bottom right, we get the backlight, press and hold. She spins around and we get a flashlight. I know that doesn't seem like much, but actually for map reading in a darkened room, that punches out a fair bit of light. Obviously it's going to be a bit of a drain on the battery, but nonetheless it's a really nice feature from Suunto there. That's a quick overview of the Suunto Traverse, which is available now in 4 colorways at £285 UK sterling. It does not come with a heart rate bundle like the other Suunto watches. You would have to buy that separately. The Bluetooth heart rate sensor that Suunto do, smart sensor, is £65 retail, so you'd have to add that on. And like I say, it will pair up to a heart rate, but nothing else. It's heart rate and phone only. No track pods, foot pods, bike sensors, cadence sensors, power meters, anything like that. Thanks for watching. That's the Traverse.